Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about props, components, and JSX. Now, the first thing I'd like to say is that what I did at the start was I got all that code here, which was, hey, this is HTML. And I copied it all into here. And I changed the class to class name. Now, when you're using React, you have to be careful to remember that this is not HTML. As soon as you copy this into here, it is no longer HTML. Okay? Now I'm going to add something to this. I'm going to use, I don't know if you know, but when this says hello world, I'm going to change that to, in fact, I'll leave it as it is. In React, anything you put between these curly braces is JavaScript, so all I have to do now is put hello here, and it's got color equals hello world. And can you see, anything that was between this is going to be printed between them two quotation marks. Now let me just change this to blue. Okay, and can you see it's got hello color equals blue. Now, if I take this out here, can you see how that's disappeared? Now, if I put that back in, and I put hello in here, okay, as you can see, it hasn't worked. Now, I'm going to show you the reason why that hasn't worked. After one sec, this is opened on the other page. But anyway, I can find it and show you. There it is. If you look here, can you see what it's done? It hasn't put the value, you just put hello. It hasn't brought the JavaScript out. Okay. So that hasn't worked. So this is what I wanted to show you. That's the example of what you have to bear in mind, that this is not Java, this is not HTML. Okay, so when you see things in here, don't assume it's HTML. For instance, you might see on click, you know the on click do something. Okay, when you see on click in here, don't assume that it's the same on click what you see in HTML. Okay, now to get this to work, we have to get rid of these two. Okay, so it's as if this is a variable. Class name equals, as if it's operating as if class name is a variable. Okay. So what I'll now do is put that back to how it was. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to talk about something else. Now, in this part of the code, can you see that all of these are repeated apart from the colors? Okay. So the whole of this is a component, but in React, you can create other component and nest that other component into this component. So that's one of the good features of React, where you can manage your not automatically, but it's easier for you to create. If this is the parent component, you can create child components. Okay. So all you have to do, like this is a component. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a different component. I'm going to copy this first line. I want to give it a different name. Simon Keys. Is it Keys? Simon Key. Yeah, let's call it Key. And then we're going to have a render function. In fact, let me just do something. Let's just do this. I need one teeth, but it's going to come up with it anyway, so I'm just going to give it one teeth. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. Now this is a template for all. As you can see, this is the sort of standard template or boilerplate for a component. You've got a render function. It always has a render function, and that returns JSX. So this is JSX. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this last class here. I mean this last piece of JSX here. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it here. Let's just put it there. Okay. So this Simon Key is now a component, and it's returning this piece of JSX. Okay. So what I can now do is, if I go back to my code, I can delete this line here, and then that's gone, and then I can do this line. Let me spell that correctly. And can you see what happened? Okay. Can you see? So I've got the ID and I've got the class name. Now, this is a child component, and this is the parent. Okay, so what happens in React is it automatically figures out how to render them. So you don't have to worry about that. In other languages, in some other languages, like for instance Backbone, it would be hard to do this in Backbone, but even if you could do it, you'd have to manually tell it to render, etc. But you wouldn't have to do it in here. Okay. Now, what we may want to do is, we may want to pass data from one component to the other. Okay. For instance, these have got different colors, but everything else is the same. So we may want to pass something from one to the other. So in React, how you would do it is this thing called properties. So what I'll do is I'll create on here some. They're gonna look like HTML attributes. Button ID. Now these are called props. Okay. So that's the Simon key. That is the component. And now I've put some attributes on that are the sort of, they're like HTML attributes. And these are props. Now if I go back to this component, I can take out this blue. and replace it with this dot props dot button ID, and the next one is class type. So that's going to be button ID. And let me take this blue out so you can see that when I take this out, it's going to start working. When I take it out, in fact, let me just put an empty space there. You can see it stops working, so I'm going to replace this with start prompts dot, I've forgotten it, class type. Okay, so now there's a way, this is the way to pass data from the parent components to the child component. What we do is we create an attribute on the component, and that attribute can be read in the component by this dot props dot button ID. Okay, so that corresponds to that, and that corresponds to that. Okay. Now I think that's enough for this video. The next video, I'm going to look to make this dynamic, more dynamic, because at the moment this is sort of, these are hard coded in, as you can see. So I'm going to look to make it more dynamic. Okay, until the next video, bye.